again after that rather controversial moment yesterday. They're just getting ready for the presentation, and of course we'll be back down for that, and Annabelle is courtside waiting to have a word with Rafa in just a few moments time. But Fabrice, rather as you expected at the end of the first set, Albert Ramos Vinolas did everything he could, but it was never going to be enough, was it?
He tried, he kept fighting, he tried to find a solution. He was trying to be more aggressive in the beginning of the second set, but nothing has really changed in that second part of the match.
Yeah, very tough for him. But let's just try and sum up what Rafa has managed here. 10 titles in one event. It's extraordinary.
As you just mentioned a few minutes ago with me, when you're able during a career to win 2 different titles, it's already a lot. But 10 in the same place, on the same court, is just amazing.
And this, as we suggested earlier, is presumably the perfect launch pad now for him for the remainder of the clay court season. Barcelona, of course, and then you've got Madrid, you've got Rome, and he's looking for a 10th French Open title in just a few weeks as well.
It's going to be tough to beat Rafa on clay this season if he stays that fit, if he has no injuries. Best of 5 in Paris in about 5 weeks. If there is a danger, it will not come from, I think, Albert Ramos Vinolas, with all the respect I have for this player. Just probably Stan Wawrinka, Novak Djokovic, and of course Andy Murray, so we'll have to increase their level quickly in the next few weeks to give trouble to Rafa.
Do you think that Rafa can play much better than he's had to play this week?
Regarding the last 3 sets he played, no, not much. 2 sets today in the final. The second part of the match yesterday against David Goffin, it was just unbelievable. A level of tennis, he can't play much better than this.
Well, behind us, they're just about ready for a very familiar scenario here in Monte Carlo. It's beautifully decked out down on the court, and as you'll be able to see in just a moment, they've lined up the ball boys and ball girls in the shape of the number 10. So it's been very specially choreographed. I think they knew. They suspected what was going to happen in the final, and they're absolutely right. And Rafa's waiting patiently to get his hands on that trophy, as Mark mentioned, to have a little nibble. It's been a year since he's nibbled on a trophy. He's starving hungry. Here come the presentation party. Of course, a very royal flavour to proceedings.
Finaliste du Monte Carlo Rolex Masters 2017, Albert Ramos Vinolas.
Terrific week for the 29-year-old Spaniard, getting through to his first Masters final, beating a couple of top tenors along the way, including the world #1, Andy Murray. I'm sure we will see a fair bit more of him over the course of the next few weeks. He's had a taste of the big time, he'll want more.
C'est sa première finale en Masters, first final in Masters 1000.
C'est sa première finale en Masters.
600 points and a cheque for €402,080.
Avant d'accueillir le vainqueur de ce Monte Carlo Masters.
Avant d'accueillir le vainqueur de ce Monte Carlo Masters 2017, before to welcome the winner, je vous demande de regarder les écrans. On va revenir sur 10 succès. Regardez, 10 wins.
The clothes may have changed, the image hasn't. From 2005, and here he is again in 2017, and nobody will be surprised if he's in exactly the same position next year, and the year after, and the year after that.
tournoi sur terre battue. C'est un record. Personne ne l'avait fait avant lui. Il remporte également son 70e tournoi personnel. Et
il remporte également son 70e tournoi personnel. Le 10e ici également record. La principauté de Monaco. Rafael Nadal.
1,000 points, 820,035 euros. Much more important than that. Tennis history.
Mesdames et messieurs, en l'honneur du vainqueur, nous allons écouter l'hymne espagnol.
Ladies and gentlemen, honoring the winner, the Spanish national anthem.
Championship in the Open era, and Rafa's extended his perfect record against Spaniards in finals, 15 out of 15.
Hello everybody, thank you for being here today. Thank you Monsignor, tournament director and everybody who's making possible this tournament. For me, I think it's one of the best events in the ATP. I really like this tournament.
Bonjour à toutes et à tous. Merci à tous, Monseigneur. Merci à toute l'organisation. Je pense que c'est l'un des plus beaux tournois de l'ATP pour moi.
Today I didn't win, but for sure on Monday, last Monday, I didn't expect to be here playing the final and against a great champion like Rafa. For sure, the best player on clay of the history. Congratulations, Rafa. I think that...
Je ne pensais pas lundi dernier être ici en finale et de jouer contre l'un des plus grands joueurs de l'histoire, Rafa. Félicitations.
I think that to win this tournament 10 times, it's, I don't know how to say, but it's maybe impossible for another person, so congratulations. And just to finish, thanks to my team, to my family, to all my friends. Thank you for being here today.
C'est très difficile de gagner ce tournoi. Je ne sais pas comment il fait, c'est fort, c'est très très fort. Et je voudrais remercier d'abord toute mon équipe, tous ceux qui sont venus, tous mes amis également.
Well done, Albert. He played this week at a career high ranking of 24 and he'll climb inside the top 20 tomorrow at 19.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, Prince Alberto, Madame Messi, congrats to Albert for I can say, first thing, just congrats to Albert for a great week. I think you are playing probably the best tennis of your career, so just keep going. You are having a great season. I wish you all the very best for the next tournament in Barcelona and for the rest of the season.
Monseigneur, Madame de Massy, merci de m'accueillir encore une fois et félicitations Albert pour cette grande semaine et continue comme ça pour ton prochain tournoi notamment à Barcelone.
I just want to say many thanks to all the organization, everybody who make possible this unbelievable event, to tournament director Jelko, all the people who really works very strong every day to make of this event without a doubt top event in the world of sport. So well done, everybody. I'm just feel privileged to be here playing every year.
Je voudrais remercier toute l'organisation. Merci Zeljko, merci toute l'équipe pour ce que vous faites, l'un des plus grands tournois de l'année en tout cas, et c'est un vrai privilège d'être une nouvelle fois encore ici.
All the sponsors, without them is always impossible, and all the support from Monaco. No? So just thank you very much to my team. Have been a great start of the season. I think we were losing a couple of finals before this one, but finally we have the first title. No? So just thank you very much, and we hope to keep going hard for the next couple of weeks.
Et puis je voudrais remercier les partenaires, tous ceux qui font que ce tournoi puisse exister. Remercier également toute mon équipe. On a manqué quelques finales depuis le début de l'année, mais là cette fois-ci nous avons celle-ci. Merci.
And talking about me, it's difficult to explain the feeling. No, first time that I was here in 2003, I had probably the best tournament of my career. In that moment, playing the qualifier, going through and playing the third round. So just a lot of years later, here we are with 10 titles. That is something that I never dreamed. So just can say thanks to life for giving me this opportunity, and thank you very much to all the people for the great support during all the years.
En 2003, quand je suis venu ici pour la première fois, j'étais en qualification et j'ai atteint le 3e tour en sortant des qualifications, et j'aurais même pas pu rêver, pu imaginer être ici et gagner un 10e titre une nouvelle fois. Merci à la vie, merci pour ce que vous avez pu faire pour moi aussi, et merci pour le soutien.
Just to finish, see you next year, and all the best. I wish you a great year to everybody. Thank you very much.
Et pour terminer, bien entendu, rendez-vous l'année prochaine. Merci beaucoup.
He's got the biggest smile in the Principality. He deserves it. I'm sure he's going to have a nibble on that trophy shortly.
Il salue cette performance de Rafael Nadal.
Well, he said how privileged he feels to play here. How privileged are all of us to be watching. Unquestionably the greatest clay court player of all time. The stats are remarkable. We've mentioned the 10 here. Of course, he's reached his half-century. 50 clay court titles, the 70th of his career, and he goes one ahead of Guillermo Vilas on the red stuff. They've been level on 49 for almost exactly a year, one day short of a year since Rafa's last title in Barcelona. And you look at some of the other names on that list. Thomas Muster, who we were lucky enough to chat with yesterday, 40 titles. Bjorn Borg on 30, Manuel Orantes as well, but Rafa has moved clear of them, and I wonder how many more, Fabrice, he will add to his tally before he does finally hang up his rackets.
It's tough to say, but I thought at the end of his speech when he said, I couldn't imagine when I play the qualies here that I will win the title 10 times. I thought he's going to say, oh, but I will not play this tournament anymore, to give a chance to other players to win the trophy. But no, he said, see you next year.
Absolutely. He doesn't intend to go away anytime soon. And why should he?
This player is just amazing, and such a great athlete, fantastic competitor, and with 70 titles in his pocket, he stays very humble, and he has a great spirit.
Well, he's had the nibble. And one other set of statistics to show you with regards to Masters titles, and this is going to be exciting as the season unfolds. This is Rafa's 29th Masters 1000 crown, so he's now just one behind Novak Djokovic. Roger Federer, of course, has added to his tally this year. He's on 26. Andre Agassi was fantastic as well in his day with 17. And Andy Murray on 14. Plenty of time, of course, for him to add to that. He's won the Madrid title before during this clay court swing. He's the defending champion in Rome, of course. So it'll be very interesting to see how those figures change with regards to Rafa, Roger and Andy over the course of 2017. That's a great moment for everybody involved in this tournament. Of course, from a neutral perspective, we would have liked a closer final today. As Albert Ramos Vinaldo said, I didn't win, but just by getting here, of course, he'd exceeded his expectations for the week. He'll be a better player for that, but there is no disgrace, is there, Fabrice? As you said earlier, when you come up against Rafa in these conditions, when he's playing as he is, it's such a very, very tall order to even make it competitive.
Yeah, I mean, the opponent was just too good, and we had many surprises during the week with all the defeats from the top seeds, but today, no surprise at all. I mean, the favorite on court was Rafael Nadal. We thought he's going to win in 2 sets, and he did it and the best way, because he played a fantastic tennis.
The thing that intrigues me, actually, is one of the first things you said today, Fabrice, all this success that he's had, and yet, for whatever reason, deep down, he still doesn't have perhaps as much confidence and self-belief as you would expect. It's not stopping him from winning, but by now, surely he'd be saying to himself, I've got 50 clay court titles, I've got 10 here. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, he is pretty good. I mean, but he's like this. I mean, you know, sometimes when to be down mentally, maybe Novak Djokovic or Andy Murray needs to lose like 2-3 matches in a row, when Rafael Nadal is only losing 1 set or 1 match and he's down. So it looks a bit strange for a guy who won so many titles in his career, but that's the way he is.
Well, there's the list of glory. Stan Wawrinka, the champion of 2014, was a little bit disappointing this week, but Rafa did everything expected of him, and we can now hear from the champion. He's on court with Annabelle.
Well, congratulations, Rafa. How special a moment is this in your career?
Well, so special. No, it's unique. Win 10 titles here in such an important event like Monte Carlo. It's just, I don't know how to explain the feeling, no, but just unbelievable, happy, so important for me. So just try to enjoy this day.
And a very clear game plan that you executed perfectly today. But what do you feel you did well, not just today, but in the whole week as a whole?
I think I was playing a little bit better every day. It's true that in quarterfinals against Schwarzman, the court was so heavy and was a little bit more difficult for me, but in all terms I think I was serving well and I was doing the right things. No, I was hitting very well the backhand during the whole week, and with the forehand I think every day I did a little bit better. No, so just very happy about my game. I think I played a very solid tournament, so just happy for that, and I hope to keep going.
Yeah, and how much confidence does this give you going forward for the rest of the clay court season, and of course next week where you're going to Barcelona and attempting a 10th there as well?
Well, I don't know. No, just today is a day to enjoy the title here. Is such a very important moment for me and very important event. And tomorrow we're gonna enjoy we're gonna try to be focused on what's the next important event for me, that is Barcelona.
Yeah, special celebration tonight.
Well, we have a football match tonight, so Real Madrid-Barcelona, so we're going to see it. Not celebration, and in this part of the season there is no time to celebrate, no, just have good dinner with the family, and then after the clay court season we will have time to celebrate a little bit.
Well, enjoy it. Well done again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well done to Rafa. How many more winner speeches is he going to be giving over the course of the next few weeks? And there are some wonderful scenes as we saw all the volunteers surrounding Rafa just before the interview, and now the ball boys and the ball girls are going to get their chance to get up close, and it's the sort of moments that they'll remember for the rest of their lives as well, Fabrice. It's a really special atmosphere down there at the moment, isn't there?
Sure, I mean, a great picture to bring back home, no? Having the picture with Rafael Nadal, and I tell you, it's better to be a ball boy with Rafael Nadal on play than a tennis player.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little easier. A great day for Rafa. It's been a fantastic week. Here's a reminder of what has been happening here over the past few days.
Through to the final in Monte Carlo yet again.
It's been a few days and it has ended the way most people were anticipating. Annabelle has scurried back up, having got her 2 kisses from the champion, and he's got an exciting day. Looking forward to watching his beloved Real Madrid later, but the match, as Fabrice and I were saying, was never in any doubt today, was it?
No, I think unfortunately for the crowds here and the fans who perhaps wanted a better final, it kind of was all one-way traffic, and it had an inevitability about it right from the word go. Rafa was just too strong, wasn't he, in every department. department. I think, as Fabrice had been saying all the way through, he, you know, Vinolas just didn't have enough power, didn't have enough weaponry, didn't have a big enough serve to really trouble him and make him uncomfortable. I think you need to have those kind of weapons and to keep the scoreline tight to start to create some sort of doubt, and then you might see a little bit of the unravelling that we've seen in the past, but that just didn't happen today.
And now, again, as Fabrice has been looking ahead, who will be able to challenge him? Will Novak rediscover that very best form? Will Andy sort out all his elbow problems and remind us again that he is the world number one? It's going to be interesting to see if those guys in particular, Fabrice, can answer those questions over the next few weeks.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the way Rafa is playing now on clay after only 1 week, we need to see Novak, Andy, Stan Wawrinka and maybe other players to increase their level of tennis to make the clay court season very exciting.
And we wonder, we don't expect to see Roger Federer until at least Roland Garros, but just possibly he might start to get a bit itchy and think, well, if the others are struggling, I could nip back in and add some more points to my already bulging tally this year.
Yeah, maybe he watched the match on TV and he said, well, if I do this, and even on Rafa, you know, against Rafa on clay, if I play like this, serve and volley, I may give him some troubles. I don't know. He was maybe in front of his TV today.
Yeah, but it's great that Rafa has laid down his marker once more for everybody else to try and challenge Annabelle.
I think so, because I think for much of maybe last year, a lot of people had written him off and thought, will he ever get the confidence back? Will he ever be able to play great tennis and challenge for big titles again? But he's proved everybody wrong. He has such a great attitude, such a great work ethic. You know, he never stops seeking what he calls solutions all the time on the court. So, you know, it's great to see him back, having some confidence again. And, you know, it's a special time in tennis, really, with what all of these great champions who are in the sport at the moment are trying to achieve. It's a very, very special era in men's tennis, I think. So, you know, if he goes after a 10th title at the French Open, and to have witnessed him being the first man to have won 10 titles at any tournament is pretty special, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, he goes for 10 in Barcelona next week, of course, then the Madrid Masters, and then we'll be in Rome, where last year it was two other men, actually, who reached the final, Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray. Turned out to be very special for one of them. Here's a reminder of what happened then.